Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, let's take a look at Flux and see where we can land with a price target for the 2024-2025 bull run. I want to say up front about Flux, I really like this one. It can grab a hold of a lot of things, so I am very bullish on it. But before we dive on in, this video is not for entertainment. This video is not financial advice, excuse me. It is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and while I appreciate that so many of you are hopping in here from all over the place, you've got to hit that subscribe button. I make price target videos every day at 6 a.m. Eastern time on the dot. And I make multiple videos a day, go live as much as possible, trying to keep up as much as possible with this rapidly evolving crypto space. Hit the subscribe button, turn the notification button on as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into this. So Flux, build on Web3 today. This is labeled as a render competitor. I think it's more than that. And there's a few things that I would compare it to. It's kind of like a mix of render and AOs and Filecoin. Build on Web3 today. You can see that they're using that there's a lot of utilization of Flux. You can just find this on their website. So the Flux Cloud, a people-powered network to help you build decentralized applications with increased flexibility, scalability, and censorship resistance. And so what is Flux about? I mean, this is the render comparison that a lot of people are going to highlight. Located in 78 countries, the computing power that is offered, the cloud computing, total nodes 12,680, total cores a little under 100,000, total RAM 255 terabytes, total SSD 6.661. So this is where you're getting the render comparison. But I brought up Filecoin and Arweave, not as much Arweave, but Filecoin, and there's another one that I already reviewed. I don't remember even AOs in this, but Flux, a Google Cloud AWS competitor, $8.94 for a certain amount of storage that you could use. And so here's the thing. I would love to one day look into this in terms of, because I use Google Cloud, I pay extra money because I have all my files that I talk about crypto with in my Google Cloud account. So I'm paying extra money for gigabytes, and I'm not paying much. It's like 49 cents. And I think it's going to rise up to $1.49 a month. But I'm always interested in learning more, but I haven't done a dive on into this. I haven't looked into what advantages I would have for using Flux. I wouldn't be surprised if there was more of an institutional grade convenience to this, because when you increase the bandwidth, when you increase the storage, then what you're going to see is, you're going to be wanting to cut costs as much as possible. For a small person like me, it's not as big of a deal. For people using lots and lots of bandwidth and storage, I wouldn't be surprised if this was amazing and it's awesome. I'm just not there yet, and maybe I'll never be there because it's just me talking about myself. So something to look into with Flux is the storage, the cloud computing, all of that. You can see on their website, they have all the data available for you, so you can see just what's going on with Flux, who is using Flux. And you can see all these pinpoints a lot in the North America and Europe, but even parts of Asia and Africa, South America, Australia. This place is all over the world, and it's only going to get bigger. Cloud computing is only going to grow, and we're seeing major moves in cloud computing with crypto. We're seeing ArcBlock take off. We're seeing, I think Pangolin is another one that's been moving a lot. We're seeing major moves. We're seeing Render just dominate here. And so there's a lot of potential here. You can see a long list of who is using Flux. And we're not talking about just random things. I mean, a Minecraft Bedrock server, things like that. So lots of use case, lots of it already being used. I like real world use case. I did not look up revenue numbers with this, but I wouldn't be surprised if the revenue numbers were good, which would give me hope that this would not have to be moving forward that inflationary cryptocurrency. They do have a 440 million cap. They're about 78% maxed out in that. And so the inflation effects have taken some, it's taken a little bit off of my price target, especially, comparing it peaked in 2020, early 2022 is when this peaked, and it didn't have a terrible bear market, moving its way back up. I would actually say it had a pretty strong bear market. So that's good to see. Just like Render had a very strong bear market. And, by crypto standards, I would say that this is very strong. So what we really have to do is, again, like always, look at the tokenomics and see what we've got here. So Flux is currently at 340 million in circulation. Not terrible, not amazing. It was a little over 200 million when it peaked in early 2022. So you got to keep that in mind. But will this put in a new all-time high? I very much believe that it will. Its all-time high was about $3. I believe this is going much higher than its previous all-time high, despite the inflation concerns. So with that in mind, Flux, DPIN, very much a part of the DPIN narrative. I think that the DPIN narrative is going to be huge for this bull run, and it already is, but it's only, believe it or not, DPIN's only $25 billion. And so I give a DPIN projection of about an 8x from here. And that might seem a little conservative, but you gotta remember that the total crypto market cap, as of the date I'm making this video, is about $2.3 trillion. And I have a market cap projection of a $7 trillion total market cap. So I'm projecting a 3x in total market cap, but an 8x in DPIN. So I am very bullish on DPIN. And so then looking at Flux, with their market cap dominance, their current market cap dominance, they're at 1.35%. I would expect that to double by the peak as we see some kind of parabolic move with Flux. We have a long way to go. So that would give us a market cap for Flux of $5.4 billion, which I don't know if that sounds conservative, but I do want to tell you that's a 9x from its 2022 peak. So $5.4 billion divided by a 380 million circulating supply projection, that gives us a $14.21 Flux. That's about a 14x from today's prices. So like I said, I mean, you say that my price targets are too conservative. I would say that this is a very bullish price target, especially given where we are in the market with Bitcoin very close to having crossed its all-time high, which is imminent, So that's where I land with Flux. I do want to remind you that we had a member-only live stream yesterday. You can click to join the channel. If you're watching on a desktop, click the join button, and you can join this channel as a member and be a part of our member-only live streams where we're interacting very, very much smaller, confined community. And so there's a lot of opportunity to just really explore things with trades, with different cryptocurrencies. And we are going live, member-only live streams every Tuesday and every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 20 o'clock, I don't know what you call it, UTC, okay? And so there's that. Check out Bybit, see the referral in my link, in the referral link in the description of this video. If you're in the United States or the UK, also check out NordVPN. You can get 3 months free, and then you will be able to check out BingX. I meant to say BingX, I'm sorry. So check out BingX, and you could get thousands of dollars in rewards with BingX. All right, that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your week. I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.